Hi, I just wanted to tell you, I know you've been through a lot. I know you've been suicidal. I know that things haven't gone as well as you wanted them to be. Now I want you to look at me. I know that you felt hurt, sad, overwhelmed, anxious. I get it, you feel hopeless, you know. I get it, I completely do. You have felt sad. But you know what I want to tell you now? Don't pass on that hurt. There are going to be lives, there are going to be generations that are going to be affected by you. Please don't give them that same baggage. And I'm sorry that it sounds harsh, but this is one of those truths that happen to be uncomfortable. A lot of the things that you have been through was caused by people who couldn't learn to deal with their trauma by themselves. It was caused by people who wanted to make sure that everyone felt the same trauma that they did. And I'm so sorry that you went through all that, but the worst thing that you can do in your life is to become that person, is to become the next person that inflicts trauma on somebody else. Please don't do that. Please. There are many ways for you to deal with this. I want you to know that it is possible to recover from what you have been through. I want you to know that your past doesn't define you. Everything that you have suffered, your trauma doesn't have to control you. I want you to know that in as much as it feels like your trauma is controlling you, I want you to know that it's possible for you to live a life that is independent of how your trauma has shaped you. And I want you to know that you are a better person than those who would willingly choose to inflict that trauma on the next generation. I want you to know that you can be better than that. You still have the potential to be better than that. Now, what I want you to do, close your eyes for me, like this. Close your eyes. Now, picture little children around you. Picture little children around you. Little boys, little girls. Now, imagine those boys and girls are crying. They are sad. They are hurting. They are depressed. Imagine those little children being fucked up mentally. Now, in your head, walk up to those children and ask them what happened to them. Ask them what happened. Why? What makes you sad? Why are you crying? Why are you like this? Why do you not want to open up to the world? Why don't you want to be confident anymore? Why are you a shell of yourself? Ask each one of them. Now, the first child that you ask, imagine his or her answer was you. You happened to them. You were the one that took away their spark at such an early age. You are the one that had to wake them up from their childlike bliss into the cold, harsh reality that in this world they are monsters. Now imagine 15 years later or 20 years later, those kids are grown up. And now imagine they are just like you. And imagine that in their heads it's you that they blame for all their trauma, the same way you do. Does that make you feel happy? Does it make you feel fulfilled? Do you get a gleam of satisfaction now knowing that you have successfully passed down your trauma to an innocent generation? I know you did not say yes. I know you did not just say yes. And that's how I want you to think. Your trauma was inflicted on you, but it's entirely possible for you to fix it by yourself. Maybe your therapist might not tell you this, but I'm going to tell you. You can fix that by yourself. And it will be a much better service to yourself to fix it and to prevent another generation from having to go through that than to pass it down. You don't want to pass it down. Let me explain this. When you pass down your trauma, right? It goes from here. Imagine it starts here with you. Are you listening? It comes down to this generation. It goes down and down and down. It's like a tap, like a filter. And now you are meant to be a filter. A filter doesn't have a choice of the depths, Imagine yourself as a filter. The filter doesn't get to choose what it runs into. It could run into genuine dirt, it could run into mess, it could run into shit. But at the end of that day, you know what that filter does? It removes that dirt. So whoever has to drink the filtered water won't have to be sick from that dirt. They won't have to experience the shit that filter has experienced. I want you to be that filter in somebody else's life. I want you to be that filter over somebody else's life. That covering. We have all been through it. We have all been through it. We have all been through that trauma. We have all had our suicidal moments. But I want today to be the day that you say, you know what, I'm going to be that filter and I'm going to make sure that the person under me doesn't have to experience the same shit I did. The shit I'm going to experience is going to end with me. It's possible. That's the best part. It's fucking possible. And you can do it. And you have to do it. This is not encouragement. This is mandatory. If really you care about the next generation, it's something you have to do. There's so much. I'm going to assume that your parents were normal people. If they weren't, this doesn't have to apply to you. But if they were, there's so much that they shielded you from seeing. So much trauma that they went through, that they decided to be a filter to. People above you, lots of people above you have chosen to be filters so that you don't have to experience the same mess that they did. I want you to take up that role today and say, I'm going to be that filter. Please don't pass on that hurt. Please don't pass on that trauma. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. It's a warning. It's a threat. And it's not like I'm going to do something to you. It's going to come back to you. If after seeing this, you willingly say that this hurts, this trauma that I'm dealing with, I'm going to make sure that everybody in my life bears the consequences of that. I'm going to make sure that the people under me, the people that my life is going to directly influence the most, are going to have to suffer for it. They're going to have to pay the price for me being in their lives. It's going to come back to you. I just want you to know that there's nothing pretty about this message. There's nothing sparkly about this message. I'm not here to be a motivational speaker. I'm just here to tell you the cold hard truths of something that you can do and something that you need to do. Do you get what I'm saying? This is something you need to do. We all need to do it. We all have trauma. It doesn't stop us from being the filter. We have passed through shit. We have passed through mud. We have passed through messes, whatever. But we can hold it like this and throw it away. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Look at me. You can't do it. You don't have to pour that mess down into the next generation. The next generation doesn't have to filter that for you. It can end with you. Don't you want it to end with you? Do you want your kids to have to go through that? Do you want the next generation that is going to meet you to have to go through that? Please, fix that trauma. It's fixable. Your trauma doesn't have to be an excuse for you to go around living like an asshole. It doesn't. I'm begging you, please fix that. You don't have to make sure that somebody else is going to be traumatized by you. It's not cool. It's not a flex. People being traumatized by you is not a flex. I'm telling you, it's not a flex. Please, deal with that hurt Fix that trauma. I'm not here to invalidate what you have been through. I'm not blaming you for what you have been through. I'm not blaming you for what you have been through. This is empathy, you know. This is the highest form of empathy. Telling you that you can't fix this thing without having to ruin other people's lives in the process. You know, you're not too far gone to be fixed. It's not, this is meant to convict you. If you have ever been thinking that, you know, my kids are going to suffer these things because I suffered it, because, you know, if you're an African and you're watching this, let's just say as Africans, or if you're not African, I will let you know that we Africans, we tend to have this mentality, especially the older generations, that because I went through this trauma, my kids have to go through it, you know, my subordinates have to go through it. All the shege that I've been through, everybody in my life has to go through it. It has to be passed down. And then we make a joke out of it. We are happy with ourselves when we pass down that trauma. That's a crude, barbaric way of thinking. And it has to be radicalized. Sooner or later, it needs to be radicalized. And as someone that has experienced trauma that could have been handled firsthand, that could have been fixed, but decided to be passed on to me, as someone who is going to make a stand not to do the same thing to the next generation, I'm here to tell you that you can also do it. You don't have to spoil somebody else's life. Spoiling someone's life is not going to give you fulfillment. I promise you. It's not going to make you happy. It's not going to make you less, it's not going to make you feel better about yourself. It's only going to reduce your worth as a human being. It's only going to make you a more disgusting human being. I don't want to say more disgusting. I don't want to imply that you're a disgusting human being, but you get my point. It's going to make you a vile person. Don't do that. Deal with that trauma. Sit down one day. Deal with those thoughts that you hide deep within you. Bring them out. Reason with them. Fight with them. Have one day. That crying that you don't want to cry, those tears you don't want to cry, bring them out. It's healthy. God gave you tear glands for a reason. God was not stupid. Are you a man and you're watching this? God was not stupid for giving you tear glands. God was not stupid for giving you the ability to cry. Jesus wept. Read your Bible. Jesus wept. This gragra that you're doing, don't go and pass your trauma down to the next generation. You know, nobody is sending you to be a strong man. One day, just sit down and cry with yourself. One day, sit down and acknowledge your emotions. And promise yourself, you know, this happened to me and this is how I'm going to react. From henceforth, so and so. And make that conscious decision to live like that every day. Make the conscious decision. When the choice is there for you to be able to pass down your trauma or to be that person, the person that hurt you, to be that same person, say no and act like it. Please. Look, I don't know many languages, but I'm learning French at the moment. So, s'il vous plaît, s'il te plaît, SVP. Please, you get my point. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not that charismatic to be funny, but I'm going to give you that message. Don't do that. That thing those plans that you have, whatever you got from TikTok or whatever, telling you that, oh, you should also be wicked to other people. Don't do it. Please, it's not a flex. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Please. Because the thing is that after seeing my message, now you cannot claim that you're doing this thing involuntarily again. After seeing this message, you don't have an excuse. Any other action that you take to ruin another person's life is on you.